Hi everyone, welcome to Blue Heron Hill. I'm here with my favorite potato picking intern, and we are going to dig up a row or two of potatoes. The vines they're right behind us. They're pretty much dried up. There's not much life left in the potato, and so we're going to see what we've got, what kind of treasures that we're going to dig up underground. You never know. I don't know what kind of a crop I'm going to get this year, but we're going to try, and we're going to take you along with us and dig up potatoes. Let's do it. Right in the midst of my potato patch is this giant sunflower. The stalk has to be about 2 inches in diameter, and I don't know, I can't guess how tall it is. If you can guess how tall this is, put a link, put it down in the description in the comments down below. And I'll let you know what it is at the end of this video. So here we go. If you can see right here, this is what my potato vine looks like. Potatoes are actually in the same family as tomatoes, believe it or not. So let's dig these up and see what I have. I think I'm going to start down at this end and dig these up because we've got to work around that big sunflower. And I don't really want to disturb the roots. Okay. All right. Every year I spear some. Oh. The soil is nice and loose. See what we have if we can pull this whole thing out. Oh, look at that. Two beauties right there. These are red Norlands.
So we should find about some red Norlands.
Yes, we should.
Yay, we got some potatoes. I saw something.
Okay, pull it gently. Ooh. Here, wait. Let's get a good. Look at that. That's a little one. Look at that.
It's a log.
Okay, let's get a good shot of that.
Oh, buddy, go back the candies.
Nice. Okay, pull them off. And we've got a worm. We'll leave him back.
Why are we not picking worms today? Oh, this one came from a different root and grew on its own.
Huh. See this?
There's some little ones. Do potatoes have seeds?
The plant will make seeds, yes. Now we're getting close to the base of the sunflower. And on this side over here, they were rather on the small side because the root base of the sunflower is really probably about close to 2 feet, my guess. So we've got a large potato plant right here and one next to it. And I'm not really thinking that these are going to be that big. But we certainly don't want to disrupt too much of the sunflower because it hasn't even. Well, we've got some. Okay, we have a few more over here, right up close to edamame. I want to be careful with those. Now that was a double 10-foot row of red Norland potatoes. Some of my favorite. Red Norlands do not store that well. so I think we'll be eating these up within the next few months anyway. But it's always a good practice to go back through your bed and fluff it up again, and hopefully you haven't missed any. If you do miss any, and oftentimes I do, next year this bed may have a little volunteer potato plant coming up. Not unexpected in my garden. Now, oh my goodness, this is what we have. Here's the tub. It's about halfway. I have no idea how much this weighs, but we're gonna go take it and weigh it right now. And any guesses down in the comments on how much this weighs? I can lift 25 pounds. Who knows what this is? Anyway, come with me. We're going to beat it out of the hot sun, get into the shady garage, and weigh these potatoes. Thank goodness for this big sunflower plant. How tall do you think it is? After we weigh this, we're gonna measure that. So come with us into a cooler location. Let's go. Here we go. Handy dandy scale. This one only reads up to 25 pounds, so we'll see. What's it reading?
It's reading about 20.
20 pounds of potatoes.
You were right.
That's pretty good. My intern helped carry this in, so now she knows she can carry 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, before I do my official sign off, I wanted to back up and insert this little part of the video on potato curing. It's important to cure your potatoes, just like I cured my onions, which is, and I'll put a link to that video up here in the corner. So curing involves hardening off of the potato skin. And if there's some minor blemishes, it will help heal those cuts and stuff before you put them into long-term storage. And so this is crucial to get a nice long shelf life out of these potatoes. And it'll help reduce moisture loss and a little bit in the preventing of rot. So you have a nice long shelf life of these potatoes. So what we have to do in preparation here is after harvest, if there's any big clumps of dirt, just brush them off. But otherwise, don't wash these, just like I said with the onions. And even with other root vegetables like carrots, you don't want to wash off the dirt. So the environment in which you cure potatoes is also important. Probably ideally about 60, 65 degrees, 70. I'm in my garage, and this probably is a little bit warmer, especially in these hot days that we've been having. But it should be a well-ventilated space. And dark, relatively dark, although this is not going to be dark, but I'll show you what I do to kind of add to a little bit of blocking out the light. So with sunlight and potatoes, you know, when they turn green, that's the solanin in the potato, and the potato will become bitter. Also, there's some indication that the solanin is poisonous. It may not kill you except in large amounts, but let's avoid that at all costs. So our curing time for potatoes is anywhere from about a week to 2 weeks. So it's a relatively short period of time. Lay them out in your curing area. They shouldn't be touching, so because you don't want any disease transfer there. Properly cured potatoes are going to have a nice, dry, hard skin. and the blemishes are going to be all healed over, kind of, very hard and firm. Anything with a large blemish, I would pull those out and wash those up and eat them as soon as possible. Still good, but you're going to want to consume those right away and not try and put them in your long-term storage. After these all get cured in about a week or two, you're going to want to store them in a cool, dark, dry place. And that will maintain their quality for an extended period of time. A lot of different varieties lend themselves to longer storage than some of the other ones. These are Red New Orleans. These will not store, throughout the winter. These, if they last me through till December, in this nice, hard, firm shape, I will probably be very thankful. Curing potatoes really does matter. Important part of the takeaway here is the skin needs to harden, and when the skin hardens, that seals in the moisture of the potato, thus ensuring a long-lasting product. Always a good time now to sort through them. I see one right here on top, and that's got some cracks in it. This is probably one that I happened to skewer. I always do that. I always get a few. I think my intern was counting and I did 3 this time. Pretty good, because oftentimes it's much more than that. So, good time to take a look at each one to make sure they aren't too blemished. In about a week, I think I'll come and I'll turn them over to make sure that they have a good amount of airflow on all sides. Now, I did mention about in a cool, dark place. I'm going to cover them up with some more paper, just lightly over the top, and that'll give them a little bit less light exposure. Okay. 20 pounds of Red New Orleans potatoes. That's a lot for just 2 rows of 10 foot long. I have another short row that's about 6 to 8 feet long. Those plants still look pretty green. They're thriving. I'm going to let them go until they start to look like they're struggling, and then I'll dig those up. Those are just an in-ground potato patch, and they were kind of an afterthought because I had extra ones. Thanks for following along with me on this video. And until the next time that we can
go digging in the dirt.
Happy gardening. Bye.